this is Nancy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to work on making some patriotic decor for a tier tray or your shelf. We're going to be using 3 of these pallets from the Dollar Tree, some napkins from the Dollar Tree, and some Mod Podge, and the Waverly chalk paint. You'll see why in a second. You can leave them like this and put the napkins on it, but it'll give you a different feel than if you paint it white. See, these two are the same napkins. This one I painted white, and this one I didn't, so you'll get a different look. So depending on the look you want, if you want it more rustic or something, you can leave it without getting painted like this one. Or if you want it more vibrant, paint it white. And I've done that with these here. So I'm gonna do mine painted white. So you're gonna have 2 for USA. So we're gonna start with applying the napkins. Open my Mod Podge here. I'm going to be using a foam brush to adhere the Mod Podge. So open up the napkins. Usually they have 2 or 3 layers. So you want to separate the layers because you just want the top layer. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. They're not always easy to open, take apart, but take your time. One second. Here we go. There's 2 layers here on this one, so pull the top layer off. And what I'm going to do, I could probably use the same napkin for all 3. I'm going to do the flag with the stars on the first one, and then the other 2 will be just the stripes. So if you want, you could just take a pair of scissors, take this apart. Let's see, that one has a weird. Let's try, just use this piece over here for the first one. Gotta be careful once you separate the napkins, that they can be very delicate. Just separate the other 2 for the stripes. And this one. So not many supplies for this one. The pallets are $1 each. The napkins got a big old stack here for $1. A little bit of Mod Podge, some white paint. And if you want to stand them up at the end, we're going to need 2 little tumbling tower blocks that I'm going to paint white and then glue to the back so that they can stand up. Or you can add something on a string on the top and hang them to each other. Different ways to display it. So now we're going to get some Mod Podge and just spread a nice amount on the top here. You can see where you don't have some, just put some. Okay, this is the first one. Gonna grab it. We want the stars on the top here, so I'm gonna lay it down this way so we can get most of the stars on it. And just tap it down. You don't want to do too much to it because it'll easily rip. You know, So here's the first one. Gonna get rid of the excess. We'll come back afterwards and trim it out nicer. Well, that's the first one. Let's go to the second one. You can put any napkins on it, like you saw on the, made these little coasters with this napkin. So any napkin you want. Want to add a little color to your wall. Okay, that's the second one. We're going to use just the stripes on this one. So we're going to go this way and just use the stripes. Make sure you got it on the board itself. We don't want the blue on there, so get it as far as you can to the other side. There we go. Tap it down. Like I said, be gentle. That'll come off once we finish it. And then the last one. So you see, we're gonna have like a continuation of the flag there. You can't see it there. Like that. Like the flag is waving. So let's do the last one. And once these dry, you'll put another layer of the Mod Podge on top to seal the napkin. And let that dry, and then we'll come back and cut in between these little slats. And then we'll add some letters to it. I'm using my Cricut to do the letters, but you can use a poster board letters from Dollar Tree. You can handwrite it yourself if you're happy with your handwriting. Or you can stencil it on. Any which way. I'm using my Cricut. Let's grab another flag here. There we go. Okay, we'll sit that and let that dry, and then we'll put another layer on top, and then I'll be back once that's dry. Okay, here we are. This one's almost dry. Let that sit for a few minutes. This one's dry and this one is dry. What I've been doing on the edges here to get the excess of the napkin off, I'm using this sand sponge from Dollar Tree as well, and just in a downward motion, hit it a couple times, and it should rip the paper off like we did over here. See how nice and clean that is? And then with an X-Acto knife, I'll cut the lines in here like this. I have my finger blade here, and carefully go along the edge of the slat of the board here, and just go down and cut that, and go on the other side and do the same. Whoops. Oh boy. Let's do it on this side. There we go. And just carefully cut all the way through, and this little piece will come right out. Let's get a pencil here. Get that piece out. Ta-da. If anywhere it lifts up, you just add a little bit more glue on there. And if for some reason it doesn't cut well, I have these emery boards on hand. You can do the same thing. You just go down. And clean it up a little. You're going down. Don't go up because you'll pull the paper up. So go down. We have this nice little, and you do that for all the slats here, and then this one and the other one. Well, you can tell that this one's still wet because you can still see the wet glue there. So I'm gonna clean this all up, and while I was doing that, I did glue the 2 Jenga blocks together, and I'll paint those white before I glue them to the back of the boards. So I'll be back with the finished sanding. Okay, I'm back, and I've cut all the slats in between of the little pallet, and I noticed that there's some areas where the napkin got stuck, like right here. So you can, if you can leave it like that, or like I will here, just paint it a little bit. It just blends in. Check on the other sides. There we go. Check. This one has it a lot, so let me get some more paint over here. Let's see. Just carefully cover that up. I tried sanding it down, but it's in there good. So you just paint it, and it just camouflages it. So when you put the Mod Podge on, just make sure that it doesn't go on the sides, so you don't have this problem. Just be careful. And what I did to dry in between steps, I used my heat gun. So it makes the process go faster. I have it's a little messy, the Zap that I got at Ross. So it came out to like $10 or something like that. So keep an eye out for that. So okay, these are done. Let's get these napkins out of the way. I painted the little Jenga blocks and glued them. So when we finish putting the letters on, we can put them to stand up our pallets. So I cut the letters in black and white because I wasn't sure how I wanted to use them. If I wanted it to stand out, or I think I'm going to use the black. Yeah, the black. This would blend too much. If you want it to blend, that's, you can use it whatever colors you want. So I cut it with my Cricut. I have this matte black. It's 651 vinyl. Where's my transfer tape? Okay, here it is. I just used the Dollar Tree transfer, and I got Dollar Tree little weeding tool. So it's inexpensive. Of course you can get the other stuff. So we're gonna start with the S in the middle. Let me get my little, where did it go? My little scraper here. Okay, we'll take that off. Oh, I'm off a screen there, I'm sorry. There we go. Now we see which one I want second. I think I'm gonna leave it this way. Oh, got some paint over here. Oh well. Now you lay it. Let's see. I'm gonna lift it up so I can center it. I cut my letters 2.5 by 4 inches tall, and this is, oh, I forgot the name of the font. Let me find it real quick. And you can leave the letters on full like that, or if you want to cut it out, you can too. So here's the S. I'll see if I want to cut it through or not. Let's get the A now. Like I said, you can use poster letters. You can draw it on there yourself. You can use stencils, or just leave it, or just a flag. You don't have to add the USA. I just wanted to add a little touch extra. There we go. Comes right off. And I'm using the same transfer sheet for all of it. It's still sticky enough to grab the letters. Okay. And the font I used was, drum roll, Antique Type. I think I got that on the font. Yeah. So it's Antique Type. Gives you that little distressed look that I wanted for this. And put it right there. And after you finish putting the letters on, you can put another coat of Mod Podge on it to seal the whole thing together if you want to, or just leave it as is. I might do a coat of Mod Podge before anything else. Okay, so once this is done, you got USA, like the flag. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to use some wood glue. Oh, I don't have my hot glue on. Oh, some wood glue. Add some glue to the back of the Jengas here. Ugh. This glue likes to dry inside here. There we go. Oh, not too much. Eee. And on the back, under the slat here, it fits perfectly. Can you see that? Between the two slats, you see it? They're about the same size as there's two slats, and you just stick it there. Turn that guy on here. And once those dry, I'll show you how they all look together. We got the other one. Here's the extra glue that I had from the other one here. There we go. Yes, right. Make sure your letters are not upside down when you put the little stand on it. There we go. Oops. Oh. Here, stick it up like this. Just line it up at the bottom. There we go. And the last one. Let's see. Slide this one over. And just make sure it's lined up at the bottom. Can you see that? Okay. This one doesn't want to stay. There we go. Nice and neat there. This one is it. Leave them lying down for a few minutes while they dry. And I'll be back to show you how they all look together. There we go. We'll be back, right back. Well, I'm back, and look how beautiful that looks. It looks like the flag is just waving across those letters on those pallets. See in the back has that little Jenga piece holding them up. But you don't have to put the Jenga piece to stand them up. You can put a little twine or something hanging them up, or attach them to each other like that if you want to attach them. And then I'm going to put it on my tier tray so you can see how that looks on there. Hold on. Here it goes on my tier tray. You can add more stuff up on there, but this is the beginning of my patriotic decor. My first one. Okay. You have any questions or comments? What napkins we